Networking for humans. Yeah. Networking for humans. Very cool. Very technical. Welcome to Networking for Humans. We are learning the internet.
Welcome back to Networking for Humans, the series where I'm trapped inside a computer network and the only known escape route is to understand how the internet actually works. This is Module 1.5, which picks up right after Module 1, Every Gig, Every Gigabyte, our intro to the OSI model and how networking works on Tor. If you skip that one, go watch it first so you don't get lost in the subnet and end up texting the drummer for directions. Most instructors who teach the OSI model will give you a mnemonic similar to this. All people seem to need data processing. Application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, and physical. That works, but Networking for Humans uses chaos and Tor lore. So here are the top 3 Tor culture OSI mnemonics ranked scientifically by would I remember this at 2 a.m. in the Waffle House parking lot. Coming in at number 3, I have all promoters sell tickets near depressing parking lots. Application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, physical. Always near a raccoon finding a Taco Bell bag. And coming in at number 2, we have the mental health mnemonic. All performers send therapists nightly depressing paragraphs. Application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, and physical. And the encryption is emotional. And then finally, coming in at number 1, my personal favorite, all pop stars stage dive towards nearby drunk paparazzi. Application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, physical. Application is layer 7, the pop star. Physical is layer 1, the ground, the gear, the camera guy. Every layer between is protocols preventing lawsuits. You will never forget that order, and neither will your Network Plus examiner, who definitely used to play bass in college. And you might be saying, well, what's the point of all this, Ben? Well, the point is these aren't just jokes. They're mental models. Humans remember stories, people, and chaos. We do not remember raw acronyms by themselves. Most networking teachers say, here's 400 acronyms, memorize them, or fail. For the most part, in my opinion, the student experience is dry, intimidating, and most of the time instantly forgotten. Networking for Humans says, here's the Tor, here's the crew, here's why it breaks, here's who breaks it, and here's how to spot it. The experience becomes story-driven, visual, funny, and actually useful when you're fixing things. We're not lowering the difficulty, we're lowering friction. We're not dumbing it down, we're translating it so that your brain can carry it. And if acronyms feel overwhelming, we've already built an NFH glossary. It maps technical terms to Tor roles and Network Plus definitions so you don't drown in alphabet soup. Now, OSI is great for teaching and troubleshooting, but the actual internet mostly uses the TCP/IP model. If OSI is the 7-layer arena Tor, TCP/IP is the punk rock version, with fewer layers and no pyro budget, and the drummer is also our merch guy. Here's how they line up. Application, layers 5 through 7, are going to be packed together with the band, the booking agent, and the producer. So that'd be layer 7, 6, and 5. Transport, layer 4, is still going to remain the sound engineer and delivery. The internet layer, layer 3, is still going to remain the Tor manager. And network access is going to be combined to layers 1 and 2, which is going to be the stage hands and the physical crew. Now let's talk about how data actually gets boxed up and labeled for the trip. This is called encapsulation. From top to bottom, the transport layer makes segments, TCP, or datagrams, UDP. The internet layer makes packets. The data link layer makes frames, and the physical layer turns it into bits. For our Tor analogy, segment and datagram are the labeled case. Packet is the added destination city. The frame is like the backstage pass plus the MAC addresses. And the bits are the literal atoms flying over the copper, fiber, and radio. This is how the crew knows what it is, where it's going, and how to send it. Next, we have ports. This is where most beginners get tripped up. The IP address is the venue building. The port is like the door to the specific room or show. So port 80 equals the HTTP room. Port 443 equals HTTPS. Port 22, SSH. Port 53, DNS. Same building, different doors. Transport uses TCP or UDP plus ports to get data to the right room. Next, we're going to talk about traffic types, or how the data gets delivered. Network Plus wants you to know the scope of the delivery. Unicast is one-to-one. You can think of this like DMing your drummer. Broadcast would be one to everyone on the local area network, such as yelling sound check to the whole venue. Multicast is one to many, such as texting everybody on the VIP list. And then Anycast is one to the nearest of many, such as calling out to the nearest merch booth. The true VIP of the day is layer 4, the transport layer. Transport does two critical jobs. It decides between reliable versus fast delivery, TCP versus UDP, and it directs data to the correct door or port. So let's break those down. You can think of transport like two delivery styles. TCP is reliable delivery, which guarantees all data arrives in order, resends missing pieces, and checks that everything was received. On Tor, TCP is the sound engineer. They constantly check levels, ask for confirmations, and do not proceed until things are right. Real-world TCP examples are web browsing, HTTPS, email, IMAP, POP, SMTP sometimes, file downloads, SSH, and remote admin. If you refresh a web page and stuff is missing, TCP goes, nope, resend that. And then UDP. UDP is fast and unchecked delivery. It sends data without confirmation. There's no guarantees, no ordering, no corrections. On Tor, UDP is like the runner backstage. Fast, chaotic, and you're just praying that they make it back with the correct pizza order. Real-world UDP examples include live video streams, online gaming, calls, and music streaming. If you lose a few UDP packets in a Zoom call, it just gets crunchy for a second. No resends. Alright, gang, and that concludes Module 1.5. If you liked this, hit subscribe, smash like, or comment something unhinged, like your favorite port number, or which OSI layer personality ruined your life. Module 2's next. Copper, fiber, Wi-Fi, interference, and how a single microwave turned an office into a haunted help desk ticket. Thank you. This has been Ben with CtrlStrum Tutorials. I'll see you in the next one.
I read about this place, Networking for Humans. Oh, Networking for Humans with Ben Tankersley. CtrlStrum is the house band. Yeah, CtrlStrum. That's it. Do you know how to get there? Actually, I do, but it's very complicated.